Hello students, myself Rajesh Nanda, lecturer in physics, presently posted at Government Model Senior Secondary School कोटली। आज के टॉपिक की शुरुआत करने से पहले हम बात करेंगे कोविड-19 की गंभीरता को समझते हुए किसी भी प्रकार के संक्रमण से बचाव के लिए हाथों को बार बार धोते रहें। घर से बाहर निकलते समय सही तरीके से मास्क का प्रयोग करें। अपने हाथों से नाक, मुंह, आंखों को छूने से बचें। घर से बाहर निकलते समय सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग की पालना करें। एक दूसरे से उचित दूरी बनाए रखें। तो चलिए आज के टॉपिक की शुरुआत करते हैं, मैग्नेटिज्म। फर्स्ट वी विल रिवाइज द few terms which we have previously discussed. Then we will discuss the atomic view of magnetism, and then we will discuss the Coulomb's law in the magnetism. Then we will firstly we will give the quick revision. Historically, the history of magnet began with the first discoveries of the magnetic stone or the lodestone. Starting from the 1845, this kind of stone was called the magnetite. It is mostly the black mineral of iron and oxygen, or the iron hydroxide, which develop in nature natural way by the volcanic activities and has its own magnetic property. We also have discussed about the classification of the magnet. Magnet are classified into the two groups, natural and artificial. Natural magnet are an ore of iron that attract the small piece of iron, cobalt, nickel toward it, and it is usually the oxide of iron named as a Fe3O4 magnetite or lodestone. That is a natural magnet. These natural magnet occur in nature and are much weaker than that of a artificial magnet. Artificial magnet are prepared artificially. Example is the electromagnet, magnetic needles, horseshoe, and the bar magnet. Artificial magnet can be prepared by the man-made means and have the stronger magnetic field. They can also be shaped as required. When an artificial magnet is shaped in form of the bar, then it is called the bar magnet. We also have discussed some phenomena that the magnetism. What is magnetism? Phenomena of attracting magnetic substance like the iron, nickel, cobalt, etc. That is a magnetism. And what is a magnet? A body possessing the property of magnetism, that is called the magnet. What are the magnetic pole? Magnetic pole is a point near the end of magnet where the magnetism is concentrated. Earth, that is a natural magnet, and the region around the magnet in which it exerts force on the other magnet and an object made of the iron that is known as the magnetic field. Okay, the force which is exerted on other magnet or on the object made of iron, that region is known as the magnetic field. Then we have discussed the properties of the bar magnet. What are these properties? A freely suspended magnet aligns itself along the north and south direction. Second property that we have discussed is unlike pole attract and like pole repel each other. Then the magnetic pole always exists in pair. Pole cannot be separated. The fourth property we have discussed is a magnet can induce the magnetism in other magnetic substances, and it attract the magnetic substances. Repulsion is the surest test of magnetism. We have discussed about this. The magnet attract the iron as well as opposite pole of the magnet. Therefore, it is not sure test of the magnetism. Attraction is not the sure test. For that, if the rod is repelled with the strong force by the magnet, then that rod is surely the magnetized. Then we come to the today's topic, that is atomic view of the magnetism. Ewing modified the molecular theory of magnetism given by the Weber. Since current loop behave as a magnetic dipole, each atom of the magnetic substance can be considered as a magnetic dipole. It is because electrons revolving around the nucleus in an atom are equivalent to the small current loop. According to Ewing, molecules of magnetic substances, whether magnetized or unmagnetized, are complete magnet. In an unmagnetized substance, these molecule magnet are randomly oriented and form the closed chain like this. This arrow represents the magnetic orientation. North pole of one molecule magnet attract the south pole of its neighboring molecular magnet. Neighboring molecular magnet represented here. North pole attract the south pole. One is north and other is arrow of this south pole. While the south pole attract by the north pole of another. In this manner, molecular magnet neutralize the effect of each other, and the unmagnetized specimen exhibit no magnetism. Here also, in form of the closed loop, they cancel the effect of each other, and in this manner the unmagnetized specimen exhibit the no magnetism. In case of the bar magnet, molecular magnet are aligned in the same direction. These molecular in the same direction, molecular magnet are represented by the arrows. The tail represent a south pole and arrowhead represent the north pole. The north pole of all the magnet point in one direction, okay, while the south pole in the opposite direction. Hence, one end behave a strong north pole and other end a strong south pole. This end become the strong north and other end become the strong south. Thus, the difference between the magnetized and unmagnetized substance lie only in the arrangement of these molecular magnet. It may be pointed out that the Ampere has suggested that elementary atomic magnet in the magnetic substance were tiny circulating current loop. In principle, this insight of Ampere has turned out to be substantially correct. Now it is agreed that atomic magnetism is of electric origin. However, the most part of the atomic magnetism is contributed by spinning motion of the electron in the atom rather than its orbital motion. Okay, then is the Coulomb's law in magnetism. In 1785, by making use of the torsion balance, Coulomb discovered the law governing the force between the two magnetic poles. Suppose that two magnetic poles of strength M1, M2 are placed at a distance of r apart. Then the force of attraction or repulsion between the two poles is found to be directly proportional to product of the magnitude of the pole strength and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. The force of attraction or repulsion between the two magnetic poles is directly proportional to product of the pole strength and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. F is directly proportional to M1, M2, and F is inversely proportional to, force is inversely proportional to 1 upon r square. Okay, In SI system, from these two equations, F is equal to K m1 m2 upon r square, and the constant K that have the value mu naught upon 4 pi. This K have the value mu naught upon 4 pi is a constant and is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power of 7 Tesla meter per ampere, or 10 to the power of minus 7 Weber per ampere per meter. In the vector form, this F will be equal to mu naught m1 m2 r unit vector divided by r square, or you can write it as a F vector is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi multiplied by m1 m2 r vector divided by r cube. And from this we can find out the unit of magnetic pole strength. Let m1 and m2 have the equal value, equal to m, and distance of separation between the two poles that is taken equal to 1 meter, and force of interaction between the two pole, attraction or repulsion between the two pole, that is a 10 to the power of minus 7. Then 10 to the power of minus 7 force, that will be equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m into m divided by 1 square. M into m, that become equal to m square. So m square is equal to 1, or m is equal to 1 ampere meter. So the strength of magnetic pole is said to be 1 ampere meter. It repel an equal and similar pole with a force of 10 raising power minus 7 Newton when placed in vacuum or air at a distance of 1 meter from it. Okay. Then we take an example of this. At two equal poles, each repel with a force of 10 Newton. When placed in 2 centimeter apart in air, find the pole strength of each in ampere meter. Here the force between the two magnetic poles, that is given as 10 Newton, and distance of separation, that is given as 2 centimeter. So this first we will convert it into the meter. 2 centimeter, that will be equal to 0.02 meter. Use the formula F is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m divided by r square. So this mu naught upon 4 pi, that have the value 10 to the power of minus 7, m into m square divided by distance 0.02 meters square is equal to force, that is equal to 10. So m square come out to be equal to 40000, or taking the under root, m will come out to be equal to 200 ampere meter. Okay. Then we summarize this whole of the lecture. Atomic view of magnetism. Ampere have suggested that elementary atomic magnet in the magnetic substance are tiny circulating current loop. In principle, this insight of Ampere has turned out to be substantially correct. Now it is agreed that atomic magnetism is of electric origin. However, most part of the atomic magnetism is contributed by spinning motion of electron in the atom rather than their orbital motion. Then the Coulomb's law in magnetism. The force of attraction or repulsion between two magnetic poles is directly proportional to product of the pole strength and inversely proportional to square of distance between them. If m1 m2 are the pole strength, then F force is directly proportional to product of m1 m2, inversely proportional to square of distance r square, or F will be equal to K m1 m2 divided by r square, or F will be equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m1 m2 divided by r square. K is constant of proportionality, that have the value mu naught upon 4 pi, and it is equal to 4 pi into 10 raising power of minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. In the vector form, f vector will be equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m1 m2 r unit vector divided by r square, or f vector will be equal to mu naught m1 m2 r vector divided by r cube. Then to find the unit of magnetic pole strength, let m1 is equal to m2 is equal to m, and the value of the r, that is equal to 1 meter, and force between the two pole of the magnet, that is 10 raising power minus 7. So this m square will come out to be equal to 1 ampere meter. So the strength of the magnetic pole is said to be 1 ampere meter if it repel an equal and similar pole with a force of 10 raising power of minus 7 Newton when placed in vacuum or air at a distance of 1 meter from it. It was all for today. Next day we will discuss the magnetic dipole and magnetic dipole moment. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.